Hello! We are glad you could join us today to talk about what to expect during your next assignment working for Rely Workforce Group. Since 2016, Rely Workforce Group has connected thousands of job candidates with the right jobs based on all of their qualifications. We have various clients with open positions who provide employment opportunities to Rely associates just like you. You have an opportunity to be assigned to the Spencer Gifts Distribution Center. Spencer's has been one of our long-lasting partnerships that provides great assignments for our associates. Founded in 1947, Spencer's is a national retailer that sells an assortment of novelty merchandise with over 650 stores in the US, Canada, and online. In 2006, Spencer started their Spirit of Children to raise donations for children's hospitals through their Halloween stores. Every year, Spencer's provides children with candy bags, costumes, and a really great party. The Spencer's peak season is highly driven by their Spirit Halloween merchandise. We all get one shot to nail our first impression at work. We suggest you start off on the right foot. Personal hygiene is an important part of that impression, since most of our associates will be working around other associates. Another thing to consider before the start of your shift is eating. Rely suggests that you eat something before your shift in order to have enough energy to have a productive day. Afterwards, take a second to check that you are dressed correctly for work. Unfortunately, people have been sent home in the past due to failing the dress code requirements. Shoes cannot be open-toed or open-heeled, and your feet must be completely secured. This means no Crocs or high heels. Steel-toe shoes are not required at the DC. Pants must not be worn below the waist. Clothing cannot contain explicit content such as profanity, drugs and alcohol, gang affiliations, etc. Also, clothing must not be too revealing, such as low-cut tops or shorts that are too short. If you have any questions about the dress code requirements, please see your Rely on-site. We suggest you arrive 15 minutes before the start of your shift. All associates are to park at the associate parking lot at the end of the building. During peak season, the parking lot can fill up quickly, so please don't find yourself getting to work late because you couldn't find a parking spot. This parking lot leads to the associate entry and exit door. Associates must enter and exit from this door only, including during their break times. While arriving early, a line will form against the wall to keep an organized entry process for everyone. Spencer Gifts Distribution Center hours can change week to week. Please make sure you're on top of your work schedule daily in order to refrain from having conversations about your attendance. This year, Spencer's will be working the following wave schedule with 4 waves. Each associate will have one paid 20-minute break. Shift start, shift end, and break times will be indicated by a bell tone. On your first day, you will be reporting to the Rely on-site. They will be your main contact when it comes to anything pertaining to your assignment at Spencer Gifts. They will check the list of new starts to make sure you are at the right assignment, and afterwards will provide you with a Rely badge. If you need to get in touch with your on-site, please see them during your break time. The on-site team will be located next to the security office in case you need to speak with them. If the on-site is unavailable, you can always call the on-site phone number and leave a message. Badges are in place to promote safety and operational integrity. These badges must be visible at all times during your workday and worn daily. If you fail to bring your badge, you will not be allowed to enter the building by security. A $10 deposit fee will be withheld from your first paycheck for your personalized badge. This deposit fee will be returned to you upon returning your badge at the end of your assignment. Replacement badges are available, however, each replacement badge will cost you an additional $10. Security will be conducting bag and pocket checks on all associates during entry and exit of the facility. Searches can be done at any time. Only clear and transparent bags are allowed into the DC. At this point, all cell phones must be turned off and put away. After the security bag check, you will walk towards a time clock. All associates must sign in to time clocks. Otherwise, you run the risk of not getting paid for work that day. There will be multiple time clocks throughout the DC, and you will be able to use any one of them. You will need to know the last 6 digits of your social security number in order to clock into time clocks. All departments have department codes which will have to be put into the time clocks as well. It'll be your responsibility to remember these department codes. If you use the wrong department code, supervisors will not be able to approve your time, and you run the risk of not being paid on time for work you did. So please remember which department code you are under and make sure you put that department code into the time clock every single day. The last step to clocking in will be to take a picture at the time clock. So remember to smile. The map here shows all departments within the facility. You can follow marked walkways towards the break room, lockers, or work area. After walking to your destination, remember that you will not be able to take your personal things to your work area. All food and drinks will have to be placed in the break room or in a locker. Break rooms will be locked during work hours. The only thing you are able to take to your work area is bottled water. Lockers are provided on a first come, first served basis. We do not provide locks, so please remember to bring your own. Lockers must be cleared out at the end of the shift in order for it to be used by another associate in the following shift. If you will not be wearing your hoodie or jacket, there will be racks available for you to hang them on. You cannot wrap them around your waist. Hoodies are allowed in the building, however, you cannot have the hood on due to security reasons. After leaving your personal things in the break room and or locker, you will make your way towards your department. The Relay on-site will provide you with instructions on what you need to do. All associates must be in their work areas before the bell tone for the start of the shift. You will need to get with your area supervisor to see where you'll be working for that day. In some cases, production workers might work in the same area while others will be moving around throughout the day. You are placed wherever you are needed due to production needs. And also, in some cases, you might be given some housekeeping tasks. If you have any questions, get with the Relay on-site during your break time. Always remember to change department codes if you're changing departments. Any communication made with area supervisors may not get communicated to the Relay on-site. It is your responsibility to keep clear communication with the Relay on-site. Spencer's needs associates to be working during scheduled times in order to keep production going. If you are running late or will not be able to make it in, you will have to communicate with the Relay on-site before the start of your shift. If the Relay on-site is unavailable, you must leave a clear voice message to the Relay on-site phone number or send an email stating your full name, department you work in, and reason for being late or absent. If you know ahead of time that you will not be coming into work on a certain day, you can request a time off request form. After completing it, return the form to your Relay on-site and they will put in your request. Requests must be made a week in advance. All approved time off will be unpaid, so please plan ahead. If it is your first week working, you are considered to be in your training period and you will not be able to take any time off. Any attendance issues during your training period can be cause for disciplinary action up to discharge from the assignment. Electronics are not to be used on the work floor. Cell phones and headphones and Bluetooth are not permitted except only during your break times in designated break areas. This includes while walking throughout the building, whether you're entering the building for the day or you're leaving for the day. Cell phones are also not permitted in the bathroom during work hours. If you are caught on your cell phone during work hours, there will be disciplinary action taken up to assignment termination. All electronics brought into the facility are at your own risk. Neither Spencer's nor Relay is responsible for any damage or loss of personal items. Production will not be stopped for lost electronic devices. If a Relay associate must leave their work area for any reason, they must inform the area supervisor. Per OSHA, employers may not impose any unreasonable restrictions on restroom use, and employees should not take an excessive amount of time during bathroom breaks. Restroom frequency can vary greatly from person to person. However, if an associate is unable to work due to frequent restroom visits, they may have to be sent home due to inability to perform work to return the next day. If you must attend to an important call, get with the area supervisor to do so. Phone calls cannot be made during work hours anywhere in the facility without the area supervisor's knowledge. Spencer's has a zero theft tolerance. If you are caught taking a product, you will be prosecuted. If you witness someone stealing, you can remain anonymous and call the Lightning Hotline. You can also turn in all empty packages found to your supervisor or security personnel upon finding them. Associates are not allowed to have personal items at their workspace. This includes bags and purses. During your assignment, Spencer's may conduct a fire drill. This will be indicated by a siren. Associates must leave the building through the nearest exit immediately. After leaving the building, join the rest of your coworkers at the designated safe zone. The end of your shift will be indicated by a bell tone. At the end of the day, please remember to clock out from the time clocks in order to be paid correctly on time. Remember to gather all your things from your locker and also from the break room. Security will be checking everyone before they leave the building. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your recruiter. Otherwise, we hope to see you soon and you're ready for work.